I think it's very interesting because a lot of the consumers who are looking at these reports are scared when they do see that they're in an airport area or they're in a commercial industrial or there's a military base nearby or they have radon gas. But in reality, their neighbors they're moving into fall into that category and they've been living there for however many years, maybe 15 years or 7 to 10 years. And they seem to be fine. They're still there. No one, it's not a vacant neighborhood. But I think the biggest question is more so, okay, if my property falls into one of these categories, am I going to be safe? Are my kids, my family members going to be safe living here?
Right. Some example, like, that's a great point you have. Some examples like liquefaction zone. Liquefaction technically about 500 years ago used to be part of a lake. And some of the expensive homes, especially in LA that I'm familiar with, they fall in the liquefaction zone, and we'll show how it looks like in a map, after this presentation. But below the surface, there's about 40 to 50 feet below the surface of that home. The soil is a little bit moisty compared to some of other dried areas. So in case of an earthquake, it could damage the home. So again, the buyer should know about it. Can they do something about it? Likely not, because it's if you're buying a $2 million home that's in a liquefaction zone, but you have the view, it's like it comes with the territory. That area is designed that way, and it's kind of our natural hazard area. This is why it's called a natural hazard. You can only affect it so much. You can maybe have a stronger foundation, better construction, right? But again, you have the right to know about it.
I feel like that's very similar for like earthquake, right? The fault line, right? If you're very close to the fault line, what are you going to do? You're going to try to rebuild your foundation as best as you can. It's like you can't do anything about it.
If you look at the fault line that starts from San Diego all the way to Northern California, if you look at Santa Monica in particular, right on Santa Monica Boulevard, less than half a mile away, there's a fault line going through it. And some of the expensive homes are located right there. People pay over $10 million home on an average street in that area, and it's right on the fault line or within half a mile away from it. It just comes with the territory, and it's part of our nature.
And it doesn't allow ignorance to be an excuse at this point.
Exactly. But it's also the case for whether it be flood or natural or fire hazards as well, right?
Right.